Come into a comfortable seated position on your yoga mat. Close your eyes. Flip your palms down or upward on top of your thighs. And begin to notice your breath. You can breathe in and out through your nose, or you can breathe in through your nose and out through your mouth. And possibly inhaling for around 5 seconds. Exhale might last around the same amount of time or longer. Breathing in slowly and deeply. Exhaling completely back out. Maybe you'd like to inhale, shrug your shoulders up towards your ears. Exhale and release your shoulders down your back. And do that a few more times. If it felt good, breathing in, shrug. Exhale, let it go. When you're ready, if you want, you can cat-cow flow here from a seat, inhaling to scoop your heart forward, exhaling and round your back. Moving with your own unique pattern of breath, nice and slow. And discontinue anything that doesn't feel appropriate in your body. If it doesn't serve you, just let it go. When you're ready, switching the cross of your legs, opposite leg in front, and then continue to cat-cow flow. Move with your breath, lengthening your spine, exhaling, pulling your belly button up and in. A few more rounds. Settling back to stillness. Setting up for a twist, we'll lengthen our left leg long. Bend from your right knee, right foot inside the left thigh, or cross the right leg over the left. Left arm up, inhale, exhale, and take a closed twist towards your right, hugging your right leg, or maybe gently resting your right elbow outside of your right thigh. Getting really long through your spine, inhale and fill up your belly. As you exhale, keep the length in your spine and pull your belly button up and in. On an inhale, start to untwist, start to unravel. This time your right leg is long, your left foot comes inside of the right leg or cross the left leg over the right. Your right arm reaches up, inhale, and as you exhale, take a closed twist towards your left. Feel this rotation across your mid-waist from the rib cage up. Hugging your right arm around your left leg, breathing deeply. A few more rounds of breath. Inhale, start to untwist. Untangling very slowly. And we'll find a seat on our bottoms and begin to roll down slowly onto your back. If you feel any strain in your core, come onto your side and then release back. And full body stretch, lengthen your legs, reach your arms up overhead, point your toes, energize your fingers, bend your knees. Touch your feet down into the ground. Plant your hands firmly beside your hips and inhale. We'll begin to roll up to bridge. One vertebrae of your spine peels off the mat at a time. Just a low baby bridge, hips are coming up, not too much, just enough to feel open at the fronts of your hips, a little glute engagement without squeezing the glutes. Your chin tucks towards your chest, your shoulders are under your body. Moving with breath, inhaling, rolling up, and exhaling, rolling down slow. Stay in stillness or flowing the hips up and down. A few more rounds of breath with bridge. On an exhale, begin to roll down one vertebrae of your spine at a time, hips coming down very last. We'll take some windshield wipers. I've been enjoying hugging opposite elbows and opposite hands, hovering my forearms over my heart, shifting my legs slowly one way and the other. Let your nose follow your knees. Any variation of windshield wiper twists that feels good in your body. Maybe about 4 or so. And come on to one side when you're ready. Curl into a little ball. Take a deep round of breath. And coming onto all fours. As you become ready, crawl onto your hands and your knees. Stacking knees under hips, wrists underneath your shoulders. Shifting your hips back. As you breathe out, finding your child's pose. Knees can stay aligned with hips. Inhale and we'll rock forward into all fours. Open your heart, cow spine. Exhale, round your back, child's pose. Inhale, curling up. Open your heart. Exhale, rounding back, child's pose. Feel free to stay and breathe in stillness in either the cow spine or the child's pose, or you can connect the two movements as a flow with your breath. When you're ready, we'll all meet up in child's pose, spending a few more breaths. Maybe it feels nice to open your knees outward now. Releasing back into your hips, just exploring throughout this flow what feels good in your body and doing that. When you're ready, on an inhale, we'll journey back into all fours on your hands and knees. Spread your fingers out wide, connecting knuckles that attach fingers to palms into the mat. And start to explore. Maybe you're going to take some ribcage circles, moving your body up and down through all fours, drifting through child's pose. If you take any one-sided movements, go ahead and reverse your direction now. If you took the ribcage circles, going the other way with your breath. And settle through center. Exhale, child's pose. Gently wrap your armpits towards each other. Stabilize your shoulders. Breathe towards the back of your body. Inhale, come back through all fours. Start to walk your knees back. Keep them down, finding your first plank variation. On an exhale, bend from your elbows and slowly lower all the way down onto your belly. Chin meets the mat softly. Inhale, lift your heart, low cobra. There's like 1 to 2 pounds of weight in your hands. Exhale, bring your heart down. Inhale, lift your heart, low cobra. Exhale, bring it down. As you lift your heart with breath, feel that your pubic bone is down on the mat. This helps to protect your lower back. Maybe you do 1 or 2 more low cobra to belly release flows. And then we'll meet belly down. Send your arms down beside your body, palms up or down. Inhale, lift your heart like a no hands low cobra. Locust pose as an option. You can start to float your legs off of the mat. You can keep your ankles toward each other, or you can allow your ankles to space about hips distance. What feels better in your lower back? Keep looking forward, but also slightly down. See if you can take another big round of breath here. Exhale, release one side of your face meets the mat. Roll your shoulders up and down your back and switch sides of your face. Roll your shoulders up and back, face to center, press through your hands, go through your low cobra. Exhale. First downward facing dog of the day. Tuck your toes, send your hips high. Your body's gonna look like a big triangle from the side. Keep your knees soft. Heels don't have to ever touch the mat. If you want, you can take your dog for a walk. This alternates one heel downward and then the other. Nice and slow. Feel that your shoulders are soft yet stable, armpits drawing in. Find a bit of stillness. Look back towards your knees or thighs. Breathe. Inhale to the balls of your feet. Exhale, bend your knees, look forward, and start to walk your feet towards your hands. Forward folds. Knees stay bent. Rest your belly towards your thighs. Drape the crown of your head down. Root into your heels. We'll keep our toes down light. I'm going to space my feet about hips distance apart. Feel into the floor. Maybe you shake your head no, and then slowly you nod your head yes. Stabilize. And inhale, roll up one vertebrae of your spine at a time, nice and slow. Head comes up last. Reach up if you want to. Hands to heart, exhale. And we'll lower about halfway down to a flat back and pause. Halfway lift, flat back. I'm scooping my belly button up and in towards my spine to engage my deep abdominal muscles in a soft and soothing way. Looking forward yet down. Exhale and release to forward fold. Inhale, take your time, roll up, uncurling as slow as you can. Head comes up last, reach up, lift the heart if you want. Exhale, restack the spine if you went anywhere. Start to hinge down through the halfway lift and all the way to fold. Inhale, return to halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, roll up, one vertebrae at a time. Head comes up last, reach up, lift your heart, engage your core on the exhale to restack your spine. Start to fold through halfway lift all the way to forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, plant your hands, step back to plank. Release your knees down. Inhale, send your right leg back. Flex your right foot. Add your left arm forward, finding your balancing table. Exhale, option to core flow. Left elbow and right knee come towards each other as you round your back. Inhale, lengthen and lift the limbs. With breath as a flow. Connection of core, arm and leg. Finding this low balance. About 8 of these. Keep going. Pause. And exhale, step your right foot forward. Front knee over ankle. Left hand down. Next, exhale, twist towards your right. Next, inhale, untwist, thread your right arm under your heart. Exhale, close twist to your right. Inhale, open twist towards your left. Maybe your right shoulder's kind of coming inside of the right thigh, a hip opener. Let's do one more. And exhale, twist towards your right. You can tuck your back toes and lift your back knee if you want to. Hanging out in this closed twist with your breath for about 5 rounds. And can you keep your head, neck, and spine aligned while bringing softness into your neck? On an inhale, we'll unwind, setting our right hand back down, releasing our back knee. Inhale, root to rise, low lunge. Reach up if you want. Feel into the fronts of your hips. Exhale, hands come down. Set your right hand on the instep of your right foot, this high lizard variation. And when you're ready, slowly with the right hip open, guide your right knee back down under the right hip. Left leg back, inhale, right arm forward. So we've switched sides. In our balancing table, we now have the left leg back, the right arm reaching. Option to core flow, bird dog, elbow to knee. Inhale, lengthen, lift. Exhale, round and flow. Nice and slow. About 8 of these. You've got this. When you're ready, exhale, step your left foot forward, front knee over ankle. We'll take our right hand down. Exhale, close twist to your left. Inhale, thread the needle, flow towards your right. Exhale, twist to the left. Inhale, open twist, kind of bringing, the left shoulder inside of the left thigh, if that feels okay. With breath, we're going to do about 4 flows. On your 4th flow, we'll exhale, meet in the closed twist towards the left. You can tuck your back toes and float your back knee up if you want. Stay with this closed twist toward the left for about 5 rounds of breath. See if you can send some energy through your back heel, but also relaxing the back leg at the same time. Inhale, untwist, set the back knee down. Inhale, come up in your low lunge. Gently drawing your left hip back, your right hip forward, hips are feeling squared. Exhale, release your hands, your left hand to the instep of the left foot. You can scoot your left foot out a little ways for a high lizard. See how you feel. When you're ready, return through all 4s, slowly sweeping the left leg back behind you, knees beneath hips. Exhale, downward facing dog. And take your time to walk your feet out, to find some movement in your dog. Or sometimes I like to shift my heels one way through center and then the other direction. Just explore. Stay with your breath. Find some stillness. Bend your knees. Exhale, and this time walk your hands towards your feet. Forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, bend your knees. Sink into your hips. Come up to chair pose. It's kind of like you're doing this awkward squat, like you're going to sit in a chair, but there's no chair, so you're just hovering the glutes. Weight mostly in your heels. The balls of your feet are down light. Your toes are down light. Inhale, lengthen your legs. Lift your heart. Exhale, restack your spine, hands to heart. Inhale here. Lift your toes up. And then place your toes down one at a time from pinky all the way to the big toe. Toes are spread out in a fan shape. We're feeling into our heels, the edges of our feet, our toes lightly. We're imagining the arches of our feet rising upward in mountain pose. Energy through the fingers. Next breath in, reach up. Exhale, sink to chair. You can keep your feet hips width apart or walk your big toes to touch and space your heels slightly. We're going to keep our knees aligned, our hips squared. Exhale and add a twist towards your right. If you'd like, you can gently rest your right elbow outside of your right thigh. Make a fist with your right hand and bring your left hand to your right fist. Length through the spine. Inhale, fill up the belly and start to untwist. Lengthen your legs, reach up, lift the heart. Exhale, restack your spine, then sink the hips. Add your twist towards the left. Left elbow outside of, I might have said that wrong. Right elbow outside of the left thigh. So hopefully you twist it on the other side. Breathe. Inhale to untwist. Exhale, sink in your chair. Inhale, lengthen your legs, lift your heart. On an exhale, we'll engage our core to restack our spine, hands to heart. Go through your halfway lift, long spine. Continue to breathe out and fold completely forward. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, hands to the mat. Step back, find your plank. Option to flow, knees up or down. As you breathe out, lower about halfway down or to your belly. Inhaling a low cobra or an upward facing dog. From upward facing dog, you could float your knees off the mat if you want. Place them back down. Exhale, tuck your toes, downward facing dog. Inhale, extend your right leg up to the sky. If you'd like, open your right hip, bend from your right knee, flex your right foot. Keep your shoulders squared. Inhale, lengthen your right leg, close your hip. Exhale, bend from your right knee and very slowly guiding the right leg with your core, step your right foot forward. Setting up for a high lunge, front knee over ankle, back heel is lifted in line with ankle. We inhale to come up. Hips are squared, reach up, see how you feel. My feet are about hips distance apart for balance. Exhale, hands to heart or hips, encouraging hips to stay square. To warrior three, begin to float your left foot off the ground. Left leg might extend. Flex your left foot. Look at something unmoving in the distance. About 5 rounds of breath in your warrior three. When you're ready, very slowly, very lightly, land the ball of your back foot, returning to a high lunge. Reach up. Exhale. Hands come down, step back to plank. Lower halfway or to your belly. Inhale, a heart opener like a low cobra or an upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale, left leg goes up to the sky. Open your left hip, bend your left knee, flex your left foot. Inhale, lengthen your left leg, square the hips. Exhale, take your time guiding your left foot forward. High lunge, inhale as you rise. Send energy through the back heel. Keep your hips squared. We're going to warrior three. This time your left leg is the root. Your right leg is the flyer. Flex through your right foot. Energy up and down the spinal column, through the crown of the head, out through the back right heel. Final round of breath, and then begin to float the ball of the right foot back to the ground. High lunge, breathing in. Breathing out, hands come down, step back to plank. Flow, modify, or skip it. Go through your low cobra or upward facing dog, and exhale takes you back to downward facing dog. And relax, child's pose. Reset your breath here. Maybe you want to open the hips so knees go outward. One more round of breath in child's pose. On an exhale, find your way to downward facing dog. Inhale, right leg to the sky. Exhale, step your right foot forward. Inhale, come up through high lunge. Exhale, open to warrior two. We have the right leg in front, the left leg back behind us. Right toes are facing the top of the mat. Left toes are facing the side of the mat. I'm going to take my arms out long with energy at my side. Flip my palms to the sky. Breathe in. Exhale and reverse your warrior. Right arm comes up and overhead like a crescent moon. Left hand could be light at the back thigh or half bind your left arm lightly behind your low back. Look backward towards your left foot or look upward towards your right hand. On an inhale, restacking your spine, arms go out, return to warrior two. Exhale, side angle. Right forearm is very light on top of your right thigh. Lean back, left hand to your hip, reach the left arm up, maybe reaching the left arm forward of your head. Do whatever feels appropriate with the right hand resting halfway down on a block or meeting the earth. Next, exhale, reach both hands down for the ground. Go through your runner's lunge. So we're in sort of high lunge legs, low torso. Release your back knee down. Bring your right hand to the instep of your right foot. Scoot your right foot outward, pointing your right toes towards the right top corner of your mat. I'm on the outer edge of my right foot, bending from my left knee behind me, reaching my left arm back. Oh, I'm sorry. I'm reaching my right arm back for my left foot behind me, opening up into a funky monkey twist towards my right. As I inhale, I'm going to slowly leave the pose, back out of it to plank. Exhale takes me to downward facing dog. Inhale, lengthen your left leg to the sky. Exhale and guide your left foot forward. Inhale, come up through a high lunge. Exhale, open to warrior two. Front knee is still over the front ankle. Flip your palms to the sky. Next exhale, reverse your warrior two. Feel down into your heels, your toes lightly, the edges of your feet. You can definitely feel the outer edges of your feet. Inner edges light. Next inhale, restack your spine, go through warrior two. Next exhale, side angle, left forearm light to the upper left thigh. Lean back. Adjust the top arm where you want it. Adjust the lower arm where you want it. You're in your side angle. And we're breathing. Next exhale, both hands to the mat, runner's lunge. Bring your left hand to the instep of your left foot. Release your back knee down. Scoot your left foot out, come to the outer edge of the left foot. Left toes tracking outward to the top left corner of your mat. We're in a twist towards our left. I'm reaching my left arm back to gently hug my right foot behind me. My funky monkey with a twist. Inhale, start to untwist, reverse your movements. And we'll exhale, crawl your hands towards your right, towards the side of your mat. We'll end up in a wide leg forward fold facing the side of our mat. Scoot your feet in, inhale, come up halfway, get long through your spine. Exhale, and following inhale, stand all the way up. Standing with the feet set wide, turn your toes out, heels in, squat down. Lowering your hips as you bend your knees. Maybe you decide to lift one heel. Take your arms out. Breathe. Release that heel back to the mat and switch sides. Other heel comes up. Stay with your breath. Flex your fingertips to the sky. Release that heel. Inhale, lengthen your legs, reach up. Exhale and squat. Find sort of a squat flow that's fun, that feels beneficial. Follow your breath through that flow. If you're reaching up the arms, see if you can send them in circles the other direction a few times. If you think it'll feel nice to choose a different squatting variation, like a frog or maybe a low yogi squat, you'll take your heels in a little bit. What feels right in your hips, toes are still tracking outward. In the yogi squat, you can let your upper back round slightly. When you're ready, reverse back. We'll meet in our wide leg forward fold towards the side of our mat once again. Inhale, halfway lift, exhale, and pivot. Walk your hands around, face the front of the room. Probably you're going to walk your hands towards the left, step back, find a plank. Option to flow here. Exhaling halfway, you're onto your belly. Inhaling a low cobra or an upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Relax, child's pose, possibly draping your arms beside your legs, rolling your shoulders down your back. Reset your breath. On your inhale, find your way onto your hands. As you exhale, find your way onto your belly. Setting up for locust. No hands, low cobra. Arms beside your body, palms down or up. Inhale, lift the heart. Add the legs upward if you want to. Keep breathing as you hold your locust, not your breath. Exhale and release. Turn one side of your face down. Pick your shoulders up, roll them down your back. Inhale through center, exhale, and switch to the other side of your face. Inhale, roll your shoulders down your back, center. And we'll set up for bow pose, bending our knees. See how it feels to reach back and hug the outside edges of each foot. Inhale, lift your heart, lift your knees. If this feels good, stay with your bow pose and breathe. Any arching back from the mid and upper spine, our low back is long. We feel a stretch at the fronts of the shoulders. And as we exhale, we'll slowly release. Come back to your belly, stack your hands, and relax your forehead on the pillow that is your hands. When you feel ready, plant your hands, inhale, go through low cobra, all the way up and back, downward facing dog. Breathe out. When you're ready, we'll find a seat on our heels, hips to heels. Inhale, bring your hips up, hands at your low back for support. Knees are aligned with hips, lift your heart. As you exhale, engage your abdominals gently to restack your spine. If you went anywhere, hips to heels. We'll keep our palms at our lower back, fingertips pointing down, our elbows tucked in. Inhale, lift your hips and your heart. The low back is long. Any arching back we feel right behind the heart space at our mid and upper back. Exhale, restack your spine, then sit hips to heels. Inhale, hips rise, heart lifts. If it feels good in your body, Maybe a camel pose is beneficial today. My toes are tucked, so I have my heels a little closer for my hands. And when I'm ready, I'm going to exhale, slowly leaving the pose with my abdominals strong yet soft. My spine restacks, hips to heels. Breathing in, breathing out, downward facing dog. Lengthen the spine, heart looks towards your legs, knees are soft. Relax, child's pose. Take your knees outward. Reach your arms forward or drape them beside your legs. Stay with your breath. When you're ready to come up, find a cross-legged seat, crisscross applesauce. Notice which leg is in front. I'm going to put my right leg in front. Let's all do right leg in front. Now, if you want to, you can practice fire log. So I'm going to stack my right ankle on top of my left thigh. I'm sort of arranging my shins somewhat in line with each other. My right hand will come down and I'll practice a side stretch up and over to my right. Inhale to center and then side stretch. Exhale up and over to my left. Just see how those side stretches feel with the legs in this position. Now I'm going to hug right arm under left. Big hug or eagle arms, tucking left elbow into my right elbow crease. Exhale, long, flat back, possibly forward fold unless it's too much sensation, then back right out of it. Go to a place that feels beneficial. We're opening the hips. We're opening between our shoulders. We're sending our breath to the back of our body. Let the arms go. Allow your back to round any amount, just softening forward or softening wherever it feels beneficial to be. Inhale, come up, untangle your legs, crisscross applesauce with the left leg in front, or switch fire log to the other side, which has our left shin stacked on top of our right. Let go of perfect alignment. Just feel it out in your hips. Explore the inhale, reach up, and exhale, reach over, side bend. Go both directions. And from here, left arm under the right, big hug or eagle arms. Right arm might be tucked inside of the left elbow crease. Exhale, come about halfway down to a flat back. Breathe. When you're ready, untangle your arms, reach forward. Allow your back to round, just softening. Inhale, come up, untangle your legs. Find a seat, bend your knees, feet down, hug your legs, boat pose, lean back, lift your heart. Try one leg up, try the other leg up, try your hands reaching forward, explore. Keep that little heart lift, it'll give you balance. Maybe both legs come up, knees are bent, legs are long. Play around in your boat. If your boat rocks back, go to your shoulders. Protect your head and neck. Try it again. When you're ready, let it go. Connect your feet down. You can roll down slowly to your back, or if you feel any core strain, go to your side and then lay back. We're going to try a low boat. I'm going to tuck my hands, palms down under my hips. I'll bend my knees and float my knees over my hips. You can lengthen one leg, maybe the other. See how that feels. Shoulders are kind of under the body, chin tucks towards chest. Maybe you're going to lift your shoulders and your head and hang out in this low boat. Point your toes. You've got this. One more round of breath. Release. Find your way onto your back. Full body stretch. Point your toes. Legs are long. Arms overhead. Energy through your fingers. Rebend your knees, feet down. Knees and ankles in one line. Hands down. Inhale, roll up one vertebrae of your spine at a time. We're on the shoulders, chin tucks to chest. Bridge pose. Feeling open at the fronts of our hips. Glutes are engaged but not clenched. Keep breathing. Look straight down your belly. Watch it expand with your inhale. And as you exhale, scoop belly button up and in towards your spine. If you want, you can lift your heels. Keep your heels lifted. Exhale and begin to roll down one vertebrae of your spine at a time. Keep your heels lifted. Your hips come down. Then your heels very last. And we'll take some windshield wipers here. Nice and slow, rocking your legs one way and the other. Maybe you're hugging opposite hand, opposite elbow, forearms over your heart, following your knees with your nose, or whatever works for you. Bring your legs back to center. Exhale, give yourself a big hug, hugging under your thighs or over your shins. Nice, tight squeeze. If you want, you can slowly guide your legs up and overhead to plow pose. The feet may hover above the floor. The feet may touch the ground. This is a pretty intense stretch. Sometimes I feel a release along my back. Sometimes I feel a release in my neck. If it feels really good, maybe you explore a half shoulder stand, sending one leg up, no weight in the head and neck, and then switch sides. You're kind of bringing your hips forward as you send your heel that's lifted back. And then releasing very slow. Both feet are flipped overhead. And we're going to slowly leave the pose the same way we got into it. We're going to reverse, bringing the hips down and feet meet the floor. Take a moment here to let your spine mellow out. And we'll send our legs slowly over to our right. Exhale and add a twist towards your left. Adding your rotation and your breath. Resetting your nervous system with your final twist. Prepare to switch sides. As you inhale, start to unravel through center, legs to the left. Exhale, twist towards your right. About 5 rounds of breath. Inhale, we'll start to untwist. Come to your back. Practice any final poses, any final stretches that you would like to. Then release, relax. Spend a few moments on your back or in any position that feels beneficial. And taking a brief rest. Shavasana. the light in me sees the light in each of you. Namaste. Go and shine your light out into the world. See you next time.